I want you to know that one of the things that we have done is we have enlisted former new folk or professional performers as our listening team. And so these finalists, can understand that they were selected by professionals. And so we're very excited about that. And I think I am going to turn this over to our MCs. Bernice Lewis, New Folk 1987. Bill Oliver, New Folk 1980, what was he? 79. And they are here to introduce our New Folk finalists for day 2.
How about a hand for Mary Muse, our executive director, chief cook and bottle washer, great all-around gal, an old friend of mine. So I'm Bernice Lewis. My friend Bill Oliver. I just want to say a couple things before we start today. This is on a more serious note. There's been a tiny bit of spread, and it's when you come here to the ranch, it's just irresistible to not want to hug people. It's so hard to forget to remember not to, or to wash your hands after you shake hands or kiss somebody or whatever. I mean, it's so hard. We're in such a habit here of embracing each other. We haven't seen each other in 3 years. It's really hard, but be careful, okay? Be careful. I want to stay here on the ranch with you. It would kill me to have to leave. I want to be here with you, especially once this concert's over and I can start partying like a rock star. The other thing I want to say is that y'all met Deb and Lindsay, wherever they are out here. There they are. They asked me today or last night, I don't remember because I'm already sleep deprived, to ask you to invite a songwriter to your campfire, a new folk songwriter, to take one by the elbow and steer them down into the campground or up to the crow's nest or somewhere they won't find on their own, and then make sure they know how to get back, okay? Because, it's great in the new folk camp, but me personally, when I came here in 1987, I drove out in my car from Massachusetts. I didn't know one person in Texas. All I'd ever done is drive through. And how many of y'all consider yourselves to be close personal friends of mine? I mean, a lot, And so everybody I met out in the meadow there somewhere, up on the top of a hill, and it's sustained me for so long, and I love y'all. So make a new friend. Go anybody. They're all great. Just grab one and take them home with you.
Bernice. Hey, you could take courses from her at Williams College in Western Massachusetts, or Schreiner right here in Fredericksburg, Kerrville. Let's see. So last night was so fun. Talking to Michael Hearn about the great Firefly show we had with our cell phones, so this is a suggestion that we put it on mute for this thing. But also he told me this funny story about that, and it was such a great closing. That Beach Boys song he played at the end, the Toby Gray song he played at the end. And he said one night after he finished that song, he came off the stage and some guy came up and said, "I love those Beach Boys. Give me the Beach Boys and free my soul." So I stole that joke from Michael Hearn. True story, it's not a joke. So thanks to the Roush House for breakfast this morning and welcoming everybody, huh? And spoiler alert, yesterday was so fantastic, but buckle up for another day of that. Are we ready for our first guy? Mark Ettinger. He's from New York, but he's Manhattan, shadowy redemption of song. Composer, songwriter, he's a juggler and trickster with the Flying Karamazov Brothers. Runs the Lethe Lounge. Okay, a recording studio, salon, concert space. He thanks Crow's Nest for inspiration. And Crow Johnson will be here. The legendary Crow will be here pretty soon. Speaking of legendaries, One song every now and then just does so much. And one song for me was just connects. It was my 39th birthday. I was at the Oregon Country Fair. The only time I was there. Friends put me on the midnight moment to sing my theme song, Have to Have a Habitat. This big sea of darkness of Oregon Country Fair folks. And I finished the song and it was coming off the stage. And here's Ken Kesey helping me down the stairs. And I needed it. And he was there. But over here in the shadows were the Flying Karamazov brothers putting on this costume with these diodes all over them in the dark that would light up when they bounced, juggling. And that was one of the nights that I always remember. One song got me there. I used to, when I hitchhiked in the 70s and 80s, I had a little piece on my guitar where the song list goes. It says, a guitar will take you places. Can take you places. It did.
We didn't go down. Yeah. He's a hey, checking the vocal mic, checking the vocal mic. Hey, that seems fine.
Mark Ettinger.
Thank you so much for being here today. It just means so much. I remember huddling in the rain here on other nights. Thank you, Rouses. Thank you, judges, everybody who's doing New Folk, putting it together. And the hugest thank you to the other finalists. We are all winners. You're all amazing. I can't wait to hear you and know you and sing with you for the rest of my life. It's many different paths brought us here, but we were all following something like the light of song, something about something that would redeem us and redeem us, the world to us. I came here a few years ago and Crow's Nest took me in. Thank you, Crow's Nest. And we're not always following the light. We're also sometimes running from the darkness. And seen in a certain light, these are sort of dark times. And so what I try to do is find the light. And it's hard though to watch intolerance and fascism on the rise domestically and around the world. And it's particularly hard for me and my birth family to watch a war in Europe because my great-grandfather fled intolerance and religious rigidity in Eastern Europe and came to the City of Light, Vienna, City of Light. And a few decades later, my dad had to flee as a child, Vienna, the Nazis, and come to America. He's watching today. Thanks for going west, Dad. Thank you. 266 miles due east of here is the Rothko Chapel, and it houses a set of large, gray, brown, dark canvases lit only by a skylight from the top. They're the last set of paintings by the great immigrant American abstract expressionist painter Mark Rothko. And this is a song about his journey in and out of the light. A little less guitar in the monitor, please. Born in '03 in the town of Dvinsk. Papa was a chemist, Mama made the blintz. Learned the mother Russian tongue, Yiddish and Hebrew too. And might have stayed forever, but it was hell if you're a Jew. So it's steam across the ocean, jump a train out to the west. 90 years before the hipsters, Portland was the best. The cedars soared like steeples, and the rain was soft as wine. And Marcus Rothkowitz became American in time. Oh, Rothko, Rothko, dip your brush again. Don't let your palette drift to gray. Each brushstroke's a glimpse of a brighter day. Dream in bright yellows and reds. Turn the dark in your head into light in the frame. Oh, Rothko, dip your brush again. An Eastern youth replanted in an Anglo paradigm. A pawn in the age of industry is just a serf without a dime. The Talmud didn't help much, so tried on the actor's shoe and marched for women's suffrage and for the union too. But then Yale offered blood money, so the Ivy League it was. But the sting of waspish prejudice smashed why into because. Nietzsche and Jung's archetype showed the promise of humankind. New York was next, brush in hand to tackle the sublime. Oh, Rothko, Rothko, dip your brush again. Don't let your palette drift to gray. Each brushstroke's a glimpse of a brighter day. Dream in bright yellows and reds. Turn the dark in your head into light in the frame. Oh, Rothko. The visions of each passing year you spread out to dry. Maps and melting colored plains as soft as the sky. You swam as deep in the void as an artist can fly. But then fame swooped down and fortune too and caught you in their net. Sycophants with contracts bearing weight of your debt. Till one lonely day something crumbled inside. And the mud of Mother Russia came spilling from your eye. They squeezed you so hard and tossed you aside. Till one gray dawn you said goodbye. Come on. Dip your brush again, dip your brush again. Don't let your palette drift to gray. Don't let your palette drift to gray. Each brushstroke's a glimpse of a brighter day. Each brushstroke's a glimpse of a brighter day. Dream in bright yellows and reds. Dream in bright yellows and reds. Turn the dark in your head into light in the frame. Turn the dark in your head into light in the frame. Oh, Rothko, dip your brush again. This song is the same, only different. Little dry mouth up here. Please join me on this one. No more sorrow, no more pain. Down the gutter along with the rain. Sing with me this sweet refrain. No more sorrow or pain. If I should land on that opposite shore, all my family will be waiting and more. My mother and my father will stand by the sea. My uncles and my cousins and all my friends there will be. And all of my loved ones will be singing with me. No more sorrow, no more pain. Down the gutter along with the rain. Sing with me this sweet refrain. No more sorrow or pain. Mercy's lost in a war-wasted land. Fear sows hatred and greed lends a hand. Innocence shudders while learning to smile. The righteous and the holy bomb the infidel child. Complacency flips through the news for a while. No more sorrow, no more pain. Down the gutter along with the rain. Sing with me this sweet refrain. No more sorrow or pain. Long grows a lamb's wool after she's shorn. Martyr, a prophet, and another one's born. The starry-eyed lover was once sad and forlorn. What folds up at twilight will be opened by morn, and the red of the rose is well worth the thorn. Last chance. No more sorrow, no more pain. Down the gutter along with the rain. Sing with me this sweet refrain. No more sorrow or pain. The reddest rose, the reddest rose, the sweetest refrain, the sweetest refrain. No more sorrow or pain.
Mark Ettinger, everybody. Well, I have the honor of introducing Jean Rowe from Brooklyn, New York. We can't remember how long ago it was that we met at a Folk Alliance conference, and I was so impressed with her that she brought like a 10-piece band with her to this conference. She always has these huge bands, and she just told me backstage that about 10 years ago she picked up a guitar because she couldn't bring her bands everywhere she wanted to go. She's as sweet as can be. She 10 years, not a long time, and she's here with her original songs. No more sorrow.
I'm here with Mark Ettinger's original songs. I could use a little less guitar and maybe a hair more vocal. Check, 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 check. 1, 2. Okay, great. Yeah,
I can't tell if you're performing or not at the moment.
I'm always on, baby.
Okay, well, I'm going to give you Jean Rowe.
Thank you so much, Bernice. And thank you all. It's so great to be here. This is my first time at the Kerrville Folk Festival. Thank you. Welcome. Yeah, I was waiting for that. Thanks for warming us all up backstage, Mark. That was beautiful. I am from Brooklyn, New York, but I'm going to play a couple songs that I wrote just this past October. I had the amazing fortune to be at the Pine Meadow Ranch, which is an artist residency near Sisters, Oregon, on a working ranch. And so there I was with like the ranch hands coming in during the day to take care of the cows, and they were a field of pregnant cows and chickens and mending fences and things like that. And there were supposed to be other artists at this residency, but due to COVID-19, it was like me and the coyotes. And I felt like I was on another planet. I didn't recognize any of the plants or like anything around me. And I just took some time walking around on the land and talking to some folks whose ancestors had come from that land many generations ago, folks whose ancestors had walked across the Oregon Trail many years ago, and just listening to what was around me. The volcanoes in particular were pretty inspiring, just the sense of like the earth recycling itself. So I'm going to play a song that I wrote to kind of like get a handle on where I was, and it's called Boneyard. And there's a part of the ranch where they put all the stuff they didn't need anymore, called the Boneyard. I'm gonna walk down the juniper trail in the sunrise. Stumble out past the cottonwoods, Manzanita, Ponderosa Pine. I'm a stranger in my own dark country. Every dusty footstep catches me off guard as the aspen wind calls out to me. Come on down to the boneyard. Come on down to the boneyard. 'Cause I'm a seeker, a sleuth. I'm a scout on a search for clues. I'm gonna dig through the fence posts and rope, bones and blood, chrome and rusty horseshoes. Down among all the gravel and the gristle that someone else once thought it prudent to discard, I'll put the pieces back together down in the boneyard. All of a sudden, an eruption turns the mountains inside out, spewing centuries of stone. The boneyard souls are tossed about, and now it's the dawning of a different morning. Dinosaurs, the U.S. Army, phantom ranch hands hitch the team. People gather in the huckleberry and tule baskets. Ceremony, summertime. I'm a stranger in my own dark country. Every dusty footstep catches me off guard. Oh, as the aspen wind calls out to me. Come on down to the Leave no trace, says the sign at the trailhead. Thank you all so much. So when I applied to this contest with these songs, I did not consider what it would mean if I got to actually play them. This is the first time I'm playing either of these tunes in a concert setting. Yes, world premieres. This next song I did record and just released a few weeks ago, and didn't consider what it would mean to play this in Texas in 2022. But here I am. Here we are. I want to send this out to the folks at the Pine Meadow Ranch who made it possible for me to have some reflective space to think about something that had happened some time back. And also send this out to the folks at Planned Parenthood in New York City for just delivering me some basic health care without much fuss and making it possible for me to have my thoughts and feelings rather than like a lot of other things going on around it. So this is called Animal. I make a garden for our kitchen. Start the seeds indoors in March. I warm them in water till they sprout. Take them outside after the frost. Oh, the morning glory is beautiful, but it strangles the tomatoes and the chives. So I pull the weeds to save the vegetables. It's the gardener who decides. Ooh, ooh, body of an animal. Ooh, ooh, power of a god. Last time I played a touring organ, I felt nauseous and my breasts were sore. I went to the Rite Aid in some mountain town, dodged the skater kids at the door. There was a protest down on Main Street, gory signs held by men without a clue. I raged in the car as I called every clinic in every town I would be passing through. Ooh, ooh, body of an animal. Ooh, ooh, power of a god. Power of God. When I finally got back to New York City, I went to the clinic on Bleecker Street. It didn't hurt and it wasn't that scary. Everybody was so kind to me. Then I stepped out into that April morning. I saw what was and what could have been. I threw my arms around my lover and I felt like myself again. Ooh, ooh, body of an animal. Ooh, ooh, power of a god. Ooh, ooh, body of an animal. 7 months later, I sat in a hospital, helplessly watching as my father died. I called out for mercy, kindness, a miracle, but I don't always get to decide. Oh, morning glory is beautiful, but it strangles the tomatoes and the chives, so I pull the weeds to save the vegetables, at least till winter time.
Gene Rowe. Hey, all right, Gene. All right. Now we have Robin Bienemann from Chicago. Proud Chicagoan. I lived in the stockyards of Chicago for a couple of months in 1969. Went to the Earl of Old Town a bunch. Loved Chicago then. He's proud lifelong Chicagoan, spent a lot of time in tall buildings. This helps him appreciate the vast scale of human imagination. He's also calm and collected because in 2017, he was a New Folk finalist. So he's already in Club 7. Chill. That's next Thursday, by the way.
It's not bad, though.
Now this is good. He finds inspiration for songs in extinct animals,
Testing.
illustrated
1, 2,
recipe books,
3.
and evocative shapes on weathered sidewalks.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to us. Take it, Robin.
Thank you, friends. Oh, we're so happy to be here. And the part you don't see is that the New Folk finalists have been singing for the past few days, listening to each other's songs, and it's very much not feeling like a competition. Thanks to the Rouse Lees for putting us up and making a... They have been fostering every kind of community, including preparing us for the possibility that all 24 of us might not win. It's possible. They're pretty good at math, you know. So both of my songs have to do with personal relationships. This first song is it's that point in a personal relationship when something has to change and something needs to get talked about. That's what this is. It's called Negative Attitude. I guess I do want my guitar a little louder, whoever does that. Thank you. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. -1, -2. That's you. The flat side of a AA battery has a polarity like your attitude. I'm so mad at you. You're always testing me. Well, every glass you see is more than half empty. And you fill up the rest with your negativity. I don't know how you can live with an attitude so negative. I can't count that low. Well, even between the two of us, there aren't few enough fingers and toes to count that low. Well, your attitude matters more to you than I do. It's no mystery to me why you always seem to be in such a bad mood with that negative attitude. It gets so cold around here, these fingers and toes might freeze when your attitude goes below 0 degrees. sigh. You shine a light through a negative to make a photograph like your attitude. But that photo don't flatter you. Looks like you'd rather do anything than smile for the camera. Now haven't you heard? A picture's worth 1,000 words. Well, I don't know how you can live with an attitude so negative. I can't count that low. Well, even between the two of us, there aren't few enough fingers and toes to count that low. Well, your attitude matters more to you than I do. I think it's time to reprioritize if you want to be with me. Well, you better get ready to lose that negative attitude. It's like climbing down a ladder just to get to you and your attitude. Now everything you've said demonstrates your negative attitude. It don't matter to you what you are dragging me through with that attitude. Oh, thank you. That's very nice of you. All right, well, I would say that around Kerrville, expressions of negativity are very rare. That's one of the most positive places I've ever been. But I was very happy to, this morning, in my COVID test, I came up negative. So I was very happy about that kind of negativity. You're welcome. You're welcome. And the next song, like I said, these songs are about relationships. This is the moment in a relationship where you think everything's going great, but some part of the rest of the world doesn't really want you to be together. And this is a song that goes out to that other part of the world. When a man loves a man, well, there ain't no shame. It's pretty much like when a guy loves a dame, except the parties involved have the same equipment. Well, aside from that, it's not very different. In fact, it's almost exactly the same, and it's a good thing. More love in the world, it's a good thing. The more you bring, the more we get to sing about it. Who's to say who shouldn't and should? More love in the world is good. And when a lady loves a lady, well, that's totally fine. You see, sex can be flexible by design, and it's a beautiful thing when adults come together romantically. And it don't matter whether they're of the same gender, if they're of the same mind, it's a good thing. More love in the world, it's a good thing. The more you bring, the more we get to sing about it. Who's to say who shouldn't and should? More love in the world is good. And when a man sees a man, I can't help but imagine him stripped to his blue jeans, bare chest and abdomen. Or when a woman fancies a pretty girl, the nape of her neck so perfectly vertical, her hips so round, she can imagine her hands on them. A good thing. More love in the world, it's a good thing. The more you bring, the more we get to sing about it. Who's to say who shouldn't and should? More love in the world is good. More love in the world, there's love in the world, there's love in the world is good. More love in the world is love in the world is love in the world is good. More love in the world, there's love in the world, there's love in the world is good. We should spend spend our lives in passion and romance. We mustn't squander these passing moments. Let's welcome these couples into family life. You know, a husband with husband and wife with wife, in sickness and health and with shared insurance. It's a good thing. More love in the world, it's a good thing. The more you bring, the more we get to sing about it. Who's to say who shouldn't and should? More love in the world is good. Well, you might not be used to a dude with another dude, but it's cool if they're in love with each other. Well, who's to judge if their love rings true? If they happen to be among the fortunate few whose affections can make each other's hearts flutter, it's a good thing. More love in the world, it's a good thing. The more you bring, the more we get to sing about it. Who's to say who shouldn't and should? More love in the world is good. And before you say gays have gone too far, well, consider how messed up some heteros are. Well, they get dressed up like boys and girls and then shoot at each other with poison arrows from opposite sides of the family car. And it's a good thing. More love in the world, it's a good thing. The more you bring, the more we get to think about it. Who's to say who shouldn't and should? More love in the world is good. More love in the world is love in the world is love in the world is good. More love in the world is love in the world is love in the world is good. More love in the world is love in the world is love in the world is good. More love in the world is love in the world is love in the world is good. More love in the world is love in the world is love in the world is good. More love in the world is love in the world is love in the world is good.
Robin, Bienemann, pretty good, huh? Funny. Oof. How we doing out there? Yeah? All right. Oof. Powerful day. Just like yesterday, only it's today. I know some of us might be a little tireder. I don't know about you. I've only been here 36 hours, 48 hours, but it's setting in, that musician's favorite drug, sleep deprivation. Yeah. All right. Well, I am excited to introduce my new friend, Sienna Christie, who hails from Vancouver, Washington. But what she told me backstage just a few minutes ago, she's looking for a new place to live. Yeah. I told her Texas, but I'm thinking Kerrville. Austin's too expensive and crowded. Nashville, same thing. Somewhere around here. Anyway, you ready, Sienna?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
How about a hand for Sienna Christie?
Hi, everyone. It is so good to be here. You all look beautiful, so thank you for being here. Yes, my name is Sienna Christie, and my first song that I'll play for you today is a song that I wrote from the perspective of my uncle Kirk. Kirk was one of those uncles who had a twinkle in his eye, and if you did something naughty, he wouldn't tell mom. Not that I would know, but he was just a kind, soulful, wonderful human. He passed away in his 60s in 2017, leaving all of us behind, including his loving wife, Stella, my aunt, and she's still with us, missing him every day. And I don't know if there's a heaven, but if there is, I would imagine that he's up there, missing her just as much as she misses him. And I decided I wanted to write a song as a love letter from him in heaven down to her on earth. So this song is dedicated to Kirk and Stella, and it's called Heaven Was You. Heaven got here. God makes mistakes sometimes, I swear. Sitting with angels at the Lord's holy table is getting old fast. I miss you so bad, I wish I were there. I wish I were with you next to the fire, drinking cerveza in one giant chair, with your head on my chest and my nose in your hair. Heaven was you, babe. Heaven was you. Heaven was holding your shoulder and watching a show in our bedroom. Heaven was thinking I'd get to stay beside you forever. Heaven was you. Heaven, I was there for a short while. God makes mistakes sometimes, I know. 'Cause there we were dancing like fools round the kitchen, never imagining one day our hands would have to let go. Now I can see you sitting alone beside my old chair, looking so gone, but I'll never forget the light in your eyes, how they shone. 'Cause heaven was you, babe. Heaven was you. Heaven was watching you gleam as moonlight would stream through our window. Heaven was thinking I'd get to stay beside you forever. Heaven was you. Heaven, my favorite place here is right by the window where I can see straight down to you, putting your makeup on in the mirror, cooking your breakfast, brushing your hair. I just want you to know, wherever you go, I'm right there. 'Cause heaven's still you, babe. Heaven's still you. Heaven is seeing you smile from thousands of miles above you. And heaven is hoping one day I'll get to hold you again. But you take your time, babe, 'cause I'm by your side, babe. Live your sweet life, babe, 'cause heaven is you. Thank you so much. My second song is one that I wrote dedicated to the Pacific Northwest, which is my home. But I also want to dedicate it to all of you, wherever you're from, and to anyone who's ever felt lonely before. This song is called Dear Northland. Sorry, one sec. You won't like it if it's not in tune. How's that sound? Dear Northland, pretty Northland, can I get to know you better? Are you blue like me, and could we be a little less alone together? The strange slumbering towns along your highways gleam with danger, and the call of your winding roads in my heart saying don't be a stranger. Well, I parked beside the cafe sign and I let the wind blow through me, feeling for a moment like a prayer flag with a faded hope for kinship written into me. I went in and sat at the counter and a woman brought some coffee. There were roses on the porcelain saucer. It was once her mother's own, that's what she told me. Dear Northland, pretty Northland, can I get to know you better? Are you blue like me, and could we be a little less alone together? The strange slumbering towns along your highways gleam with danger, and the call of your winding roads in my heart saying don't be a stranger. On the porch behind a bar I heard a group of young men talking, pouring alcohol across their burning sorrows, just as television screens have always taught them. And a stranger saw me listening, and he told me they'd been miners until the antimony mine closed down and became a picture-taking point for hikers. Dear Northland, pretty Northland, can I get to know you better? Are you blue like me, and could we be a little less alone together? The strange slumbering towns along your highways gleam with danger, and the call of your winding roads in my heart saying don't be a stranger. I was leaning against the hood of my car and the sun was sinking slowly. I was breathing in the smell of alder smoke, and in all my life I'd never felt so lonely. As the sound of country wafted on the wind, somebody was singing and confessing that he wanted more folks over. Been so quiet here since Mama went to heaven. Dear Northland, pretty Northland, can I get to know you better? Are you blue like me, and could we be a little less alone together? The strange slumbering towns along your highways gleam with danger, and the call of your winding roads in my heart saying don't be a stranger. Yeah, the call of your winding roads in my heart saying don't be a stranger. Thank you so much.
Sienna Christie. Beautiful voice. Now we have R.O. Shapiro from San Diego. That is originally from Long Island, but he cut his teeth in the Austin music scene from 2016 to 2020. before moving with his girlfriend to San Diego, where she was starting medical school. Because he's no dummy. He's right there. And he's thrilled to be back in the Hill Country. He's been to Kerrville before, but this is his Kerrville stage debut.
Hey, hey, hey.
Good luck, Arnold.
Yeah, great. Hi, everyone. So happy to be here. Thank you. Thank you. It's good to be home. My name's R.O. Shapiro, and as Captain Bill mentioned, I'm in San Diego now. I was in Austin, and you know, I write about songs that you know, pertain to my life experience. You know, I'm one of those male singer-songwriters, and so a lot of those songs when I was in Austin was about being on the road, and of course being on the road, being far away from my girlfriend, my partner, and then I moved to San Diego in January of 2020, and then all of a sudden I was less on the road and far away from her, and more just always in the other room while she was doing Zoom lectures, and I was rolling joints and just trying to stave off the darkness. So my songs became less about missing her and more about just trying to get her attention. So that's what this one's about. Come on, babe, you can take a break for a minute. It's a long race, and we both know you're gonna win it. You got your story down, but maybe I can spin it. I know how precious your time is. Oh, listen, babe, I'll drop the needle on the record, and here comes the groove. You're gonna feel it in a second. Well, please don't make me wait, or you'll start to hear me begging. Oh, for that motion that I miss, girl, 'cause I just wanna dance with you. I wanna interlace my hands with you. I wanna feel the space expand with you into a world of just our own. I wanna rock away the fear in you. I wanna whisper something clear and true. I wanna disappear in you, so you'll never be alone. Nah, you'll never be. I swear, babe, you're getting sweeter by the hour. I lean in close, smell your perfume like a flower. Won't you lift me up? I am fully in your power. Oh, that ain't just some line that I sold you. Oh, every day I think to myself I must be dreaming. But there you are, and they say seeing is believing. Well, don't just look at my face, 'cause looks can be deceiving. Oh, you'll know the truth when I hold you, girl, 'cause I just wanna dance with you. I wanna interlace my hands with you. I wanna feel the space expand with you into a world of just our own. I wanna rock away the fear in you. Oh, I wanna whisper something clear and true. Oh, I wanna disappear in you, so you'll never be alone. No, you'll never be alone. No, you'll never be alone. 'Cause I just wanna dance. I just wanna dance. Won't you dance with me? Yeah. I just wanna dance with you. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, I wrote a song a few years back when I was still living in New York City and having a tough time and not being my best self, not acting like I'd like to act. And I wrote a song called Monster about myself. It was dark, but it was a good song. I played it a lot. It resonated with people. Obviously, a lot of us, probably all of us, have gone through periods or moments where we think of ourselves in that way. But I it started feeling more and more distant from who I am today, and through therapy and meditation and medication, I'm feeling a lot better about myself. Recommend all of those things if you can get them. So I wanted to sort of write a response to myself to that song. So I was able to squeak this one out. And I wrote both of these songs. Are there any Christie Hayes fans in the audience today? Yeah. Christie's a wonderful singer-songwriter, and she's got this really sweet residency up in Butte, Montana, called Deer Butte, and I recommend it if you're looking for a quiet place to get away and write. It's really wonderful. So both of these songs came out there. It's also where I got this jacket. Great place to thrift. So this is called You Are Worthy. It's also inspired by when I was living in Austin. I volunteered weekly at the Travis County Jail, doing some music and guitar stuff there. And yeah, I say that. Thank you. I say that just to say one of the reasons I went is because I went through a period where I was making mistakes and not being my best self, and I wanted to give back to a community that are not that different from ourselves. We're all more similar than we are different, and I don't think any of us want to be labeled and defined by the worst thing that we've done, right? So I think mercy is the greatest thing that a human can do, and that's what this song is about. Thank you so much. Everyone is so great. I do not envy the judges. It's got to be the worst job here. Thank you so much. I'm R.O. Shapiro. It's a pleasure to meet you if we haven't met already. Baby boy, I can feel your pain. Now you're in trouble with the law. But that criminal they saw, it ain't you. Baby boy, can I please explain? Though you've hurt the ones you love, all those names you're thinking of, they ain't true. I'm a monster. No, you're not. I'm a loser. No, you're not. I'm a cancer. No, you're not. No, you're not. Well, you are worthy of forgiveness. You can't always get it right. Life's a strange and tricky business, but you know it's worth a fight. If you work, put in the hours, you can get those scars to heal. Plant a seed, you'll get a flower. Spread it out, you'll get a field. Brother mine, though the world looks bleak, you ain't alone on shaky ground. Every life has its ups and downs. You're among friends. Give it time and not just a week, and you'll start to see the change, and those words will rearrange into past tense. I was a monster, now you're not. An abuser, now you're not. I found the answer, let it out, oh, let it out. You are worthy of forgiveness. You can't always get it right. Life's a strange and tricky business, but you know it's worth a fight. If you work, put in the hours, you can get those scars to heal. Plant a seed, you'll get a flower. Spread it out, you'll get a field. Thank you very much.
Rowe Shapiro, everyone. All right. Well, our next performers is a duo, married couple. Jordan Jackson and Sean Fisher. They wanted me to tell you that the two songs they're going to play today are coming out on a new album that they're making, and they're just about to do a Kickstarter campaign, so I'm doing a little plug here. Having done Kickstarter campaigns, I did one. It's a lot of work. Totally worth it. If you're that kind of person, you might want to help them out if you've got the means. But the fun fact, because I'm always looking for fun facts about Jordan and Sean, Flagship Romance, that I loved, is that they told me that they went to the same high school. They're from, by the way, they're from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. How about that? Where they have hot springs and stuff. So my favorite thing, right? Because someday I'm going to stop hiking the Grand Canyon and then I'm going to look for all the hot springs. That's my goal. They told me that they went to the same high school, but they didn't know each other because Sean was a freshman and Jordan was a senior. And I married a guy 5 years younger, so I can give him some advice. Aren't they beautiful? Flagship Romance from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. It looks like they're almost ready, not quite. There they go.
1, 2. That sounds pretty good.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Check, check, 1, 2. Hey, hey, 1, 2.
Truth or Consequences?
I think so.
Which one is truth?
I am Romance. She is Flagship.
Yeah.
Check, check, 1, 2. Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, maybe Bill should have done this one. How about a hand for Flagship Romance, y'all?
Thank you so much.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So
Kerrville.
greetings. My name is Sean. This is Jordan. And we are so thrilled to be here after 2 years of performing for a phone screen. It's very nice to be playing songs for real-life human beings, and we consider this to be a great treat, so thank you.
Sean's guitar thingy broke, so he can't
I
use
lost
his
my
strap.
nut today, so we're playing 2 new songs, and I've never played like this before. This is really fun. So, but we consider it a great gift to be able to sing into microphones and have it be propelled out through speakers into your ears. And another thing we're super thankful for is, as songwriters, when the world gets to a point where it just stops making sense, you can try your best to make sense of it in song. And this song is very special to us. It broke a writer's block that felt like it was going to be a season that lasted forever. And this is one of those that kind of tries to make sense of the world. And this is our first time playing it for people. The song's called We Are All Children.
We're all children stuck in these bodies that decay. You can see it on the faces of people when they don't get their way. Some are taught to love, some taught to take, some taught to include everyone. But it just takes one bully on the playground to spoil all your fun. We're all products programmed by people who raised us. We all got baggage, but honey, we're riding the same bus. Meg's got straight A's, she's anxious for days. Joe wants to be seen by his dad. Forced to smile, pick a fight just to hide all the wreckage that we have. We think we're so different in language and pigment, but we're equally skilled in the damage we do. Immature and reckless, hard not to feel hopeless. I don't know about you. Addicted consumers, we can't stop. Stick a straw in the ground, we'll drink it all down to the last drop. Meanwhile on TV they're building up armies, every day growing bigger in size. While they choose the channel, I'm stuck in the middle of their cries. We get off on the friction, politics and religion, those safety nets we can't help falling into. I've been looking around, man, it gets me so down. I don't know about you. Children. We're all children. We're all children.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, wow. Well, we're very excited about this new album, double album actually, that we were putting out, and that song was on one of the albums, and this next song is on the other album, and I think you'll hear a theme here a little bit, but yeah, thank you so much for all of this love, and we're so thrilled to be here. All of our musician friends that have been here before were just so excited that we were experiencing this for the first time, and like walking in, you feel it immediately, and I know that everybody here knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's just like a hug. It's crazy.
I was checking in, and the person checking us in was kind of giving us the spiel about where to go and how far we need to schlep our stuff. And then at the very end, she was about to walk away, and then she turned around, she goes, "And welcome home." And I was like, I was waiting for it. I was like, she started walking away, and I was like, but. Yes. But this song, the short story of this song is, this is what happens when a songwriter falls asleep while listening to Neil deGrasse Tyson talk about the theory of multiple universes. This song is called The Waltz of the Parallel Universe. Here we go. Okay, here we go. There we go. Thank you.
In a parallel universe, human beings aren't the ones in control. There's a new kind of species at the top of the chain. They're the ones running the show. They do it better than we could ever know. They don't poison their mother, point fingers at others. They don't even care about skin color. Don't that sound like something straight out of a dream? What a wonderful world that would be. In a parallel universe, human beings aren't the ones who call the shots. In this place there's no ego to drive you insane, and they don't send their children to war. They love better than we have ever, that's for sure. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely to not worship money or stockpile weapons like a barrel of junkies? In a parallel life, there's no power or greed. What a wonderful world that would be.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kerrville.
You ready? Madeline Kelson is our first up, the second round here. She's from Chicago and now Nashville. She grew up playing in Chicago with her band, the Kelson Twins. After graduating high school, Madeline moved to Nashville, began pursuing a solo career. She has a debut album, While I Was Away, came out in April. Brand new first album for Madeline Kelson. And this is her first time in Kerrville, and she is in her first time in New Folk.
Check, check, check. Can I do a little more vocal? That's probably fine. Thanks. Oh my goodness, hello. What? This is just such a special place, and I feel so honored to get to come here and play. It's my mom's birthday today. She's watching on the live stream. Happy birthday, Mom. Probably a good time to tell her I forgot to get a present. But this song is not about my mom. It is about my dog, who used to be my mom's dog, and now is my dog. And we got him when he was a couple years old, and whoever had had him before was not very nice to him, and so he came to us very anxious and nervous, and I have never loved anything in my life as much as that dog, other than my mom. So this song is for my dog, Roshi. It's called Sleepyhead. Hey, sleepyhead, come close your eyes. You don't have to stay up all night. I'll keep you safe, I'll keep you right. So you don't have to stay up all night. Hey, wild child, come take a breath. Come give those running feet a rest. You're chasing what you'll never catch. So come give those running feet a rest. Smile bright, you make the sunshine jealous. You love like your heart has truly felt it. I can never find another quite like you. Hey, nervous heart, come ease your soul. I'll reach out loving arms to hold you. Trust in me to keep you whole. Hey, nervous heart, come ease your soul. And hey, sleepy head, come close your eyes. You don't have to stay up all night. I'll keep you safe, I'll keep you right. So you don't have to stay up all night. So you don't have to stay up all night. So you don't have to stay up all night. Thank you, guys. I put out an album last month, which is very exciting for me. And it was my college thesis project. And sometimes when someone tells you that something is too big of a project to do, you should listen to them. But I'm too stubborn for that. It was a lot of work to write and record and be a student and work. But I'm happy I did it. It was worth the midnight tracking sessions. And this is a song off of that album. And it's about someone in my life who needed a reminder of their worth. As I'm sure we all do. And it's called Mark on My Wall. I hope you see yourself the way I do. Come stand against my wall, I want to measure you. So on the days you feel high and the days you feel so small, you can look back at the mark on my wall. I hope you stop your race down to the bottom of every highball glass that you own. Know the difference between the people who keep filling you back up and the ones who just pour liquor in your cup. Hope you reach out when you feel like you are falling. Hope you grab the hand that tries to lift you up. Hope you learn to know the difference between flying and a long fall. Hope you look back at the mark on my wall. Hope you chase the things that you are after instead of running from what chases after you. I hope your devil stays lonely and all your dreams come true. I hope you take the love that comes to you. Hope you reach out when you feel like you are falling. Hope you grab the hand that tries to lift you up. I hope you learn to know the difference between flying and a long fall. Hope you look back at the mark on my wall. Hope you try to become someone you are proud of. Oh, and in the end, I hope you measure up. Hope you look up when you're flying and anytime you fall. Hope you look back at the mark on my wall. Hope you look back at the mark on my wall. Thank you guys so much.
Madeline Kelson, y'all. All right, I'm excited to introduce Jeremy Velnitz because in 2020, I got to be a judge in this contest for the very first time, and I got to tell you, it's not easy, you know, and me and TPR over there and Stuart Adamson, we had to listen online, and that's how I met Jeremy, and I'm glad he's back, and I got to meet him in person this morning. I went over to camp to kind of get some dirt on him, and he's a dad, and he works hard, and he seems like a pure soul, and I just kept digging and digging, and I couldn't get anything, and then I got up to walk away, and he says, what did he say? He said, you know, and I cross-dress sometimes. Jeremy Velnitz, y'all.
But who doesn't? I'm just soaking this in right now. This is a dream come true for me. Oh my gosh. Wow. I visited a friend of mine, Edie Carey, who's a grand prize winner. She said, get your butt down to Kerrville in 2018. So I did. I stayed at Camp Nashville, and they were so sweet to me. So thank you. Thank you, Bill. I was a finalist in 2020, playing to my phone. Much different than this. This is much better. Yes, I live in Colorado Springs now. I was actually born and raised in southeast Michigan. I grew up in a small town called Holly, Michigan, right between Flint and Detroit. Thanks you, yes. I sometimes joke the two most beautiful cities in America. And I usually go back once a year, see my family and my friends, give them hugs, see the lakes, do all those things. But when COVID hit, I couldn't do that. I was just stuck in beautiful, mountainous, sunny Colorado Springs. And seeing the headlines come in from my home state, it was profoundly embarrassing again and again. The Flint water crisis is still going on. Bunch of dudes trying to kidnap the governor, stuff like that. And I had a lot of grief about that. But I don't write sad songs. I write angry songs. That's the stage of grief that I write from. So here's an angry song, Kerrville. I hope you're ready. It's about my home state. It's called Something in the Water. There's a rock in the palm of my mitten, worn down by a river of lead. Flows from the taps, put the city on the map once the kids felt that ache inside their head. Range in Genesee County, when an outbreak of legionnaires sends 12 to the slaughter, all because they drank the water, so we don't drink the water out there. Because there's something in the water out there. I had my kids up north in a diner. 3 patriots pulled up in a Jeep. One tried to recruit me. I replied, it doesn't suit me. And he muttered, I could tell you was a sheep. I had to chuckle at the subsequent silence until the waitress with the bleached blonde hair came up and asked me and my daughter, can I get you to some water? But we don't drink the water up there.
because there's something in the water up there. I got a friend there who caught his wife cheating. I got another friend cheating on his wife. I guess there ain't no sinners where the lake effect winters black out the sunny side of life. Maybe I'm swimming in projections. I said maybe I'm being unfair. But ask the fish, frogs, and otters, bet you they don't even bother drinking any of the water out there. Because something in the water out there. Ooh. Sings born and raised in South Detroit. All the locals shout it out and sing along. But they don't ever mention, or perhaps don't pay attention to the very next line of that song, which is he took the midnight train going anywhere, anywhere from there. That's what I did. I left that water and they said I'd miss that water, but I haven't missed the water out there. Because there's something in the water out, something in the water out, something in the water out there. Whoa,
Honey, I went to Kerrville Folk Festival and some death metal guy came out in glasses, started screaming. What the heck? So, I'm gonna take a stab in the dark here. How many songwriters here? I've been doing this a long time. For a long time, I was what I called a plumber musician. I played a lot of bars and pubs. From 2003 to 2017, it was my main source of income, doing a lot of gigs where I was playing to the din of drunken conversation. Not like this at all. I got real sick in 2017, a near-death kind of experience, and I said, no, I'm going to have my songs heard. And it's, as we all know, we're all songwriters, it can be psychologically difficult, and there's a lot of ego intertwined with it. And I was looking at motivations. Like, why do I do this? And why do I try so hard to share it with people? It's such an uphill slog, as we all know. And I came to this conclusion that I do it because I have to. This has saved me, and that's enough. And whatever comes from that is gravy. And lo and behold, I'm here because of this song. So this is for all of us. It's for all of us. It's called Unsung. It's a little bit different than the last one, so. Don't I look stunning, chasing the mirage of my dreams? Oh, despite my desperate steps, I won't ever feel the depths of that pond. Dreams keep you running, but they're never all they're cracked up to be. And now I see, if I part with them now,
I may finally see my part. And though my song goes on unsung by the masses, I'll sing and I'll love my life as it passes away. If all these words fall unnoticed, it's clear right here is where my song was supposed to be. I sing because it matters to me. Ego seeks witness, just some folks who'll turn my way and sing praise, though it's not much of a tune and it always ends too soon. I have yearned for it all of my days, but it's none of my business. Well, just who I reach and who walks out and who stays. If I stay on the melody line, on the beat of this open heart, and if my song goes on unsung by the masses, I'll sing and I'll love this life as it passes away. If all these words fall unnoticed, it's clear right here is where my song was supposed to be. I sing because it matters to me. Yeah, that'll do. Though my song goes on unsung by the masses, I'll sing and I'll love this life till it passes away, and all my words fall to silence. It's clear right here is where my song was supposed to be. I sing because it matters to me. I sing because it matters to me. I'm gonna go cry now. Thank you, Kerrville.
Jeremy Velnitz, Southeast Michigan. Really like that water song there. Ladies, next we have Sadie Gustafson-Zuk, Nashville-based singer-songwriter. And this is her first time to Kerrville, but she was a New Folk finalist Virtual 2020. How about that virtual gap they filled in with this video crew and all that? This festival kept going. Very, very difficult. Pulled it off very well too, very professionally. Sadie also is a print maker, and she made a dress for here, which we'll see again somewhere.
Yeah, I am not wearing it, but
no,
I made it.
Something about that sounds great. Sadie, take it.
Hi, everybody. What a good time to be here with everybody who's here. You all. I moved to Nashville recently from Seattle, and I drove across the country. And as I was driving, I kept seeing like pieces of trash on the side of the road and thinking that they were a coyote or like things like that. And I realized that I think that that's something that I do, that when something is kind of off either in my personal life or like on a societal level, I start seeing reflections of that in nature. And that's kind of what this next song is about. I heard a bird singing and I thought I was being catcalled. So this is Bird Song. Bird song makes me squirm, 'cause I've learned to assume it's from a man. Standing by the road, cig in tow, making all kinds of demands. Smile sugar sweet, eyes concrete, I stare intensely, longing to appear so austere with a pinch of strong and angry. I like looking bad, like a bag, feeling the security of thinking no one's there who would care or make remarks at me. When I'm feeling fine, I resign to the fact that there are eyes who won't let me be as carefree as they were when they were 9. I wish I could be safe inside my skin. I was 9 when I skated by and a big white truck stopped by me. 2 grown men were there, I was scared and they whistled at my hiney. Please stop staring, it would be one thing if I thought they knew me, but I don't think they do, and it's rude, I should know 'cause I like staring. I wish I could be safe inside my skin. Birdsong makes me squirm, 'cause I've learned to assume it's from a man. Standing by the road, cigarette in tow, making all kinds of demands. Thank you. Well, thank you so much. This next song that I'm going to do, I wrote about the beauty of community, which I'm sure you all know a thing or two about. And as I was singing the song backstage, I was like, whoa, this is perfect. I lived in Boston for about 5 years before I was in Seattle. Yeah, go Boston! It's a wonderful music scene there, and I met so many wonderful people. I worked at a folk music club called Club Passim. I met a lot of people. Yeah, give it up for Club Passim! I've seen a lot of you perform because I ran sound and I did box office and I served food, so it's fun now to be on the stage so that we could feel more like equals, if you know what I mean. But anyway, I lived in a really sweet house in Boston. It's actually tattooed on my leg. And it was like a duplex, and it had 12 rooms, and everybody was a bluegrass musician. And it had been there's a legacy for like 15 years back of people who had either gone to Berkeley or just were in the music community and have lived there. So I met so many lovely people there, and it was just so sweet, and the spirit of hospitality really made an impact on me. And I wanted to keep it with me wherever I go. So anyway, oh, I forgot. This is a sing-along, so let me just teach you your part. So the chorus goes, your love, wait, that's the wrong key. Your love makes me smile. So let's do that on 1, 2, ready, go. Your love makes me smile. Great, and then I'll leave it up to you to harmonize it because I believe that you can do that without me explaining. So anyway, this is Your Love Makes Me Smile. Sunday afternoon in September, leaves are changing on the trees, and I was changing with them too. All my history had blown away. No one to say classic Sadie B. I didn't realize there could be people who would take me in as their own kin at the drop of a hat. And just like that, your love makes me smile, knowing I don't have to be anything more than who I am. Your love makes me smile, 'cause you made me feel at home again. You help me mend, and we can sow the seeds we need to grow into forever friends. Something warm about your company. Being near you makes me feel like I'm wrapped in an old shirt. Maybe it's your generosity, teaching me the way I like to be. I didn't realize there could be people who would take me in as their own kin at the drop of a hat. And just like that, your love makes me smile, knowing I don't have to be anything more than who I am. Your love makes me smile, 'cause you make me feel at home again. You help me mend, and we can sow the seeds we need to grow into forever. Wherever I go, I know I can be home once I find the people who won't leave me alone. Your love makes me smile, 'cause I'm not anything more than who I am. Your love makes me smile, 'cause you make me feel at home again. You help me mend, and we can sow the seeds we need to grow into forever friends. Thank you.
Sadie Gustafson-Zuk, everybody. Okay, our next performer, Ryan Biter. I got to try to keep this short, but I had a kind of interesting experience meeting Ryan. lead a bit of a double life. I commute between Western Mass and Northern Arizona and Flagstaff, where I used to live. And I was there about a month ago. I took a friend who had just lost his wife to a church service, and there was a musician there, you know, and he was just singing sort of regular old church songs, and then he launched into a Peter Mayer song, and I was like, okay, wait, because this is Flagstaff, where nothing original kind of has happened in a long time, which is part of the reason I left. And then I kind of remembered seeing that Flag had been on a post in Facebook for a Songwriter Serenade. And I went up to him and I said, are you that guy? And he said, yeah. And I said, have you heard of Kerrville? And he said, yeah, I just put in an application, but I don't know. And I said, well, you know, let's swap some tunes, you know, with coffee tomorrow or the next day. And I went over to his house and I walked in the door and he looked up from the couch and he said, I just got into Kerrville. And then he played me some songs. Ryan Biter, everybody.
Check 1, 2, check. A little more vocal there. Keep coming up, my man. Check 1, 2, check. Keep coming just a little more. Check 1, 2. Just about 2% more. Check 1, 2. There we go. So I'm Ryan Biter. This is like a dream come true to be here. First thing, order of business. I am not Kyle Rashi, okay? Like, if one more person comes up to me and says, Kyle, I really loved your music last night, I'm gonna flip out, okay? Kyle's a cool guy. I know we look similar. I'm 10 years younger. 3 inches taller, and I'd like to think maybe slightly better looking. That's not true. So speaking of age, do you ever have those moments where you might feel that despite the beauty of the world and how wonderful it is to be part of this existence, that you might have just been here a little too long, seen too many things? Anyone ever feel like that? That too many hard things have happened and freaked you out and you go, how have I experienced this many things? I wrote the song with a buddy of mine named Brian David Griffith. He's a phenomenal painter out of Flagstaff, Arizona, and a great songwriter and a good buddy. And this song goes out to him and working together. It's called Older Than My Age. Ever since I could remember, I remember slamming doors, hiding hurt with humor, cleaning Christmas off the floor. Though the walls I built keep me safe, it's lonely here inside, wasting in the darkness, waiting for the light. 27 years have up and flown away. I'm older than my age. Older than my age. Ooh, ooh. I've lost sleep, I've lost friends, been buried in a pile of should-have-beens. And though I'm not yet 30, I think I understand that the trials and miles to who I am. 29 years have up and flown away. I'm older than my age. Ooh, ooh. Give me a little more. Keep going. I'm older than my age. Ooh, ooh. I'm older than my age. Should I block it out like I was raised? Should I stay calm when there's a shooting every day? I'm afraid. I'm older than my age. Ooh, ooh. older than my age. Ooh, ooh. I'm older than my age. Thank you very much. So does anyone in the crowd have daddy issues? Don't raise your hand, sorry. That's probably why some of us are songwriters. Probably. So I spent about 10 years with my biological dad out of the picture. We didn't talk for maybe 10 or more. And it's this thing where I've been having dreams lately where I've been having conversations with people I've always wanted to have. Some of them quite profound, some of them really, really dumb. But this one's called The Lies I Tell You, and I don't know if my dad believed the things he told me growing up. But I like to think maybe we could have this conversation one day. I had someone at a show come up to me recently and said, the great thing about when you have your own family is you get to decide what stops with you. And if for some weird reason he's watching, I guess all we got is forgiveness and to build our own musical family too. So, son, I'll come to your play. Sit at center stage with the camera and your mom. I'll take time off my job, you have my word. You knew I wouldn't miss it for the world. But that's not true. How could it be? The lies I tell you, I tell me, I tell me, I tell me, I tell me. I've been at every game, both home and away. And when you need to talk, I'll have the right thing to say. You have my ear. Anything you need, I'll be here. But that's not true. How could it be? The lies I tell you, I told me, I told me, I told me, I told me. The hardest part of all is the promises that fall from my mouth. Don't mean one damn thing. I want you to understand that you could be a better man. Just make sure you don't lie like me, son, honestly. That's a truth straight from me. The lies I told you, I told me, I told me, I told me, I told me. Thank you so much, Kerrville. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Kerrville.
All right, let's hear for Kyle Rashi. Oh no, I'm sorry, Ryan Biter. All right, from Flagstaff. Oh, gosh, I had a. Oh, somebody's coming after me. So we're down to it, folks. The next to last act here. I swear we have some pretty amazing backstories, and here's one of them. This is the singer and the songwriter from Oakland, California. The singer and the songwriter is the musical duo of queer, mixed race, Mexican-American vocalist, songwriter Rachel Garcia and Vietnamese-American guitar-songwriter Tu Tron. Since their first release in 2014, they've been captivating audiences across the U.S. with all their programs. And listen, folks, they've been on High Plains Public Radio, and they have a new album called Dreams, the Dead, Ghost, Future.
It's true.
And an amazing project during COVID that I'll let them tell you about, a songmobile around the San Francisco Bay Area. There they are, folks, the singer and the songwriter.
Check, 1, 2, check, 1, 2.
Thank you, folks.
Hello, 1, 2.
Wow. It's perfect.
Hello, great, thank you.
It feels really good up here. Thank you so much. This is Rachel. I'm Tu. We're the singer and the songwriter from Oakland, and this is our first Kerrville. It's been a real honor to share this stage with so many incredible songwriters this weekend. So we're very grateful for that.
Thank you. This first song that we're going to play for you, I'm betting is the only song you'll hear this weekend that was inspired by bathroom graffiti. On the road a couple years ago, I saw this writing in the bathroom stall. It said, "From Missouri to Nevada, to leave my abusive husband, freedom," and a smiley face. Yeah. And that was the end of the story. I don't know any more about this person's journey. And so we wrote a song, and we imagined the courage that it took to leave her situation, and the planning and the bravery it took to leave her home. This song is called Rest Stop Angels.
Down by the side of the I-95, Nevada and Oregon, the state line divides. This blink of a town, good place to break down. $4 steak, fill up the tank and be on your way. Graveyard shift, long haul truckers and drifters, blow them a kiss, pocket the tips, hide all the cash between my box spring and mattress, duffel bag ready, back of the closet you still haven't noticed. Hear me now, rest stop angels. Somewhere over diesel rainbows, the heart knows when to say when. Think of the oil, the distance it travels, crossing the ocean in giant steel barrels, things that we trade, the price that we pay to turn something crude into something of use. Bruises will fade, but some things never change. My sister in Boise says I can stay. Look towards the sun with the hope of a hitchhiker's thumb. Hear me now, rest stop angels, somewhere over diesel rainbows. The heart knows when. I'll say when. Rest stop angels, somewhere over diesel rainbows. Knows when to say when.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Everyone's talking about this today, but the refrain that you all say over and over, welcome home, for us, no one embodies that like Deb and Lindsay do. They have just bent over backwards, making us comfortable, all the finalists so comfortable. And you know, we're high maintenance. We're from California. We have a lot of needs. We have a lot of dietary restrictions. So we're so grateful, and it's been the biggest Texas welcome. Thank you so much. So this the second and last song we're going to play for you today is about my dad. I really miss my dad. I haven't seen him in almost 5 years. And one of the things that I missed the most were the mornings with him. In the morning time, he was incredibly kind and generous and open and curious. It was like this portal opened if you caught him around 6 a.m. And then as the day went on, he became more irritable and more difficult, and the door kind of shut. And so I really miss those mornings with him when we would just talk about big ideas and have tea and breakfast together. And so this song's about missing him and forgiveness and breakfast. This is called Over Easy.
I had a dream, we both said we were sorry, and it felt so real, almost thought you were here. It felt so real that I tried to get back there. A time travel ticket, a dream light is there. In the morning, you appear to me again, between the gas range and the kitchen island, distant gleaming as a ghost, slippered feet, hearts in morning robes, making eggs. Picture you there in an idle apartment. The TV searchlight as channels flash by. And there on the counter, a card halfway written. You still want to know if the car runs all right. Are you listening? Are you missing me? You appear to me again between the gas range and the kitchen island, distant gleaming as a ghost, slippered feet, hearts in morning robes, making eggs. Then I'm 6 years old again, above the world upon your young man's shoulders, half asleep, an anvil's weight draped on you, a runny ache. Someone's there in a morning robe making eggs.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Rachel Garcia and Tu Tran, known as the singer and the songwriter from the Bay Area. Well, I have the honor of introducing our last one, not such an easy thing to wait. My friend Chuck McDermott here. He comes from Hingham, Massachusetts, just a few towns away from where I grew up. He told me before the show, he gave me a long bio of his life, a lot of details.
I'm an old man.
He had a lot
long
to tell
bio.
me. He's been on the East Coast, and he's been on the West Coast, and he came back to the East Coast and started a country band in the South Shore of Massachusetts. Now, having grown up there, I got to tell you, that's not an easy thing to do. We didn't have country radio growing up, and I'm close in age to Chuck. And he even got inducted into the Massachusetts Country Music Hall of Fame.
Use more money. I missed that.
The Hall of Fame, Massachusetts Country Music.
Yeah, there's both of us in it. Yeah.
I didn't want to say it, Chuck. I didn't. But the cool
Me and Dave Dudley. It's
that's it, huh?
Small.
It's small. Yeah. I mean, we did have country music growing up in between Bob Dylan and The Who once in a while when DJs could process their own. Remember that?
Yeah. Oh, in Boston?
We grew up,
oh, sure.
But it was never, we didn't know what it was. Well, Chuck did, obviously. Anyway, the other thing I should tell you before I get off the stage is that he's part of the Jon Stewart tribute band. And he's been toured with Jon Stewart for years. You guys remember Jon Stewart? Yeah, that's a big deal. So's the Country Music Hall of Fame. Chuck McDermott, y'all.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So here's why we're here. For kind of since the dawn of man, right, there have been certain people who need to tell their stories in a song. And you might beat on a drum or sing through a hollow stick or whatever it was. But every culture's had it, right? And after thousands of years, they came to call these people folk singers, which is what we are. And the songs, you know, they fall in certain buckets oftentimes, like songs so that we will always remember our ancestors, and songs so that certain great events don't get forgotten. You know, it might be something tough. It might be a flood or a war or something wonderful, a moon landing or something like that. And then there's songs that have gone to live on that were just written about that moment in time, trying to process that through the words of the everyman. So to me, that's why I love folk music. You gotta love folk music. And I'm gonna start with a song from the ancestor category. This is about an ancestor who was a Depression-era child, oldest of 3, orphaned by 15, through the love of a tight-knit Irish-American family with a nun at a girls' boarding school, got a good secondary school education, and she moved to the big city, and she married a hard-working farm boy from Iowa who struggled to get himself through college and whatnot, and they went on to have a really wonderful, wonderful life. And a lot of that was because, though they didn't always have the best of everything, she always made the best of everything. And it was an attitude of gratitude. And you know, if today was tough, tomorrow was a new day, right? And those are values that are worth putting in a song, right? So this is the girl from St. Lucie. She sang every morning at Mass with the men from St. Lucie. Her voice rang as clear as the rain, and it mimicked her beauty. Hair shone as red as a flame, and every boy whispered her name and wanted to walk to the game with a girl from St. Lucie. She grew up a fatherless child, but she never felt lonely. Laughter pealed playful and wild from the girls' dormitory, while praising the incarnate word. The Irish nuns gathered their skirts, dancing the jig that delighted the girl from St. Lucie. She said, "It's all right now, it's all right now, no matter what night brings, morning holds everything, everything, everything." That night at the Normandy Inn sat the man from Piasta. He asked for her hand and he promised his love would not cost her. He spoke of a home in Dubuque and the ring that he offered as proof meant life would be much shorter-lived with a girl from St. Lucie. They became husband and wife in Fort Wayne, Indiana. They loaded their worldly possessions in his blue Impala. They set off upon their own track. They never once thought to look back. Traveling 10 million miles from the steps of St. Lucie.
She says it's all right now. It's all right now. No matter what night brings, morning holds everything, everything, everything. We gather this fine August day at New Mellery Abbey. A tombstone upon her fresh grave, lying next to our daddy. With hearts reaching up to the sky, we know parts of us never die. We just pray for the day we meet up with the girl from St. Lucie. And she says it's all right now. It's all right now. No matter what night brings, morning holds everything, everything, everything. Thank you. Okay, so going on last. Sins in a past lifetime, that's one possibility. But, you know, for me right in this minute, it's this kind of combination of feeling a little overwhelmed by the performances of my co-finalists here, and who deserve your applause one more time. It includes my gratitude to Mary and the Kerrville staff and the Kerrville Foundation and Mike and your team for all the song selection. I don't know how you did it. 10 million songs down to 48. It takes a lifetime, really. The Rouse House just could not have made us newcomers, and this is my first time, feel more welcome. So that's one emotion. The other emotion is want to thank my fellow finalists as 23 superb opening act performances. Who could ask for anything more? And so in that spirit, I'm not faced with the decision, which is to do the last song that's on the two I was selected for, or to just bring all of my New Folk finalists and any other Club 7 members up for a little 28-minute Bruce Springsteen medley to close the thing out. I was told I couldn't do that. So I'll finish this off with this song, and I hope it's worth being your last song. But I wrote this in April of 2020, and that was a very strange period of time. We didn't know what to make of COVID. We'd gone through, at least for me and my family, 5 or 6 years of some of the most just difficult and concerning, troubling years of my very long adult lifetime. I mean, I was 17, 18 in like 1968, you know? And that's when I thought maybe the wheels were really coming off the wagon. But anyway, it was scary. So I wrote a song
that to me is actually, it's a lover's quarrel, but there's love at the center of it, because it's a song about my love for a place and for a set of ideals, and it ends on a note of hope. I would hope that we can find more the things that bind it than divide us. Here's the thing about America. She's as dirty as she's clean. She's as gentle as she's mean. She's everything between sheer hell and fantasy. She'll take the best of you and send it off to war. No telling what it's for. Leave your lover at the door in the vestibule. The working man can't understand why his world don't feel free. Here's the thing about America. If you wield a heavy tool, if you play by all the rules, in the end you feel a fool when she leaves none for you. She'll sing equality as if she means every word, as if all those cries were heard, as if color lines were blurred. Just don't sit next to me. The working man can't understand why his world don't feel free. Not one shred of dignity. There's sin in silence. They say the lone wolf dies, but the pack always survives. We won't know unless we try to finally prove it. Here's the thing about America. It's only ours if we claim it. If we must, then let's reshape it, lest the young rightfully blame it on our apathy. The working man can't understand why his world don't feel free. Won't you take this walk with me? Here's the thing about America. Thank you.
Chuck McDermott, everybody from Hingham, Massachusetts. Well, that wraps up the 50th year anniversary New Folk contest, and the winners will be announced sometime this evening, late tonight. I want to thank all of you. I want to thank the judges. It's not an easy job. I want to thank my co-host here, Bill Oliver, Captain Bill. We're going to let him say a few words, and all of you for coming out.
Thank you, Bernice Lewis. Everybody, we'll see you Saturday for the finalists. Whoa!